What is up, my fellow citizens? It's Gio here, and I want to hop into this article that came out a little bit over a week now, and it's kind of funny because these No Man's Sky players basically find themselves the same spot I was in a couple years ago when I found Star Citizen. It's kind of funny they almost found it the same way how I found Star Citizen. Now, the article comes from PC Gamer, and of course, they couldn't make a normal article without throwing some hate bullshit in there and saying some slick shit, of course. But the article is, the title of the article is, "These disappointed No Man's Sky players are turning to Star Citizen." Then it says, disillusioned with one space game, they're blasting off into another unfinished one. So you're going to compare a full game that came out to a game that's in fucking alpha. You fucking clowns. But anyways, let me read the first quote to you, because I'm only going to do, one quote and, well, no, maybe two. We'll maybe do two quotes, and then I'll give my thoughts and welcome you guys to the community. Star Citizen is an epic community. After a few underwhelming weeks of No Man's Sky chill gameplay, I immediately start looking for something more to satisfy this craving for an awesome space sim that's been growing within me these past few years. And that's when I came across the Star Citizen 3.0 demo. It was everything I thought I wanted from a space sim. Even in alpha, I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm excited to hop inside my Avenger each night and blast off into the verse. So this is it. I think I finally found the game. It took me a little longer than most, and I lost $60 along the way, but at least I made it. And of course, a little sniveling, PC gamer. To be clear, Chris is only invested into Star Citizen for $80. He might not be nearly optimistic if he had to pluck down the cash for a new machine like he did for No Man's Sky. But it's still interesting that he's willing to risk disappointment for such a similar project. PC Gamer, I would like to know what you guys are smoking on and where you actually, doing your research at. Because it's kind of funny, you guys say that it's a similar project. How is it similar? No Man's Sky wasn't keeping us updated weekly with videos and written out reports, schedule reports. No Man's Sky was not doing that, because if they would have, maybe the disappointment wouldn't have been so damn heavy. There was no communication. There was a few shows at E3. Okay? And where's it similar at? The multiplayer? Is that where it's maybe similar at? Did we get to test No Man's Sky before it came out, when we could have shot down all the bullshit? Maybe they could have corrected some of the stuff that was in there? But no, I guess not. But they're similar. Is Amazon partnered up with them to build an awesome MMO engine and awesome network where you could play with hundreds of players and have a whole bunch of players in the ship? Is that the part that's similar, PC Gamer? I mean, it's not that hard to, research this stuff. A little Google search. I'm just a dumbass factory worker. I don't have any degree in research. But obviously, you guys got a degree and still got this shit fucked up. Couldn't even do the right research. This is hilarious. And people go like, "Oh, Gio, PC Gamer doesn't really hate." This snooty shit like this. They don't even know what they're talking about. But let's go on. I just had to point that out, how sorry they are. At the end of the day, gaming is one of my hobbies. I don't mind spending money on my hobby, and I recognize that not every game is going to be great. That goes with anything in life. Hell, I took my family to a movie the other night, which cost $40 in tickets and $30 in food, and the movie sucked. That was $70 for 2 hours of dissatisfaction. Needless to say, I don't get worked up over wasting money on video games. I'm fortunate enough to say that losing $60 on a bad game won't ruin my day. Chris, let me give you a round of applause. That was beautiful. Just beautiful. You came in, it seems like you done your research. You didn't spend that much money into the game, and you make a valid point. You come in, we got a guy that comes in with common sense. Welcome, Chris. Well, welcome to the community. I like you, and I like your style, man. People spend money on dumb shit all the time. I can't even tell you how many you know, people spend money on weed and all this other bullshit. I know people that spend $100 on fucking weed a week, smoke it away, then it's another 100. Just might as well crush up the dollar and put it in the blunt and smoke that away. But you know, people lose money on all kinds of stuff. It just gets magnified times 1,000 when we back this game. You know, oh, guys spent 10,000, 30,000. Forget everyone else's bad habits. Let's do this. They shouldn't be spending that money. It's their money, but they shouldn't spend it because I said so. You know, it's, you know, funny stuff like that. And this guy just puts it out there and lets them know, hey, man, this is just a hobby. You know, I put a little money in there. I wasted money before. Boom. That's the end of that. And the way he got into Star Citizen is almost exactly how I got into it. But the difference is I knew early on, because of how Star Citizen got me spoiled with, you know, the updates and showing me what's going on. I was seeing from the trailers and the E3 presentations and all the game shows that No Man's Sky was at, I'm like, okay, they're not showing much. This is pretty much it. You know, all this hype and stuff surrounding the game. At the last week before release, they put out all these trailers with, you know, on planet and shooting the guns, and it looked very bland and generic. Okay? And with me, how I found it was I was in the comment sections for a No Man's Sky, it was some No Man's Sky video on IGN. And now beforehand, I had seen little comments about people saying, oh, I love Star Citizen. Star Citizen is better than this shit game and blah, blah, blah. And at the time, I thought it was like maybe a StarCraft type game, or I don't know what I thought it was, to be honest. It was just, I didn't think it was the game that we know what Star Citizen is now, put it that way. So I finally got tired of seeing it. I was hyped for No Man's Sky. I'm like, you know, I'm real tired of everyone talking about this fucking Star Citizen game. Let me go see what it is, because I'm ready to shut down this hype. I'm tired of seeing it in the comment section. And when I went to the website, when I did the YouTube search and I looked up what this game was, this was the actual game I was looking for. I thought it was No Man's Sky, but for most of us, this is what we wanted in No Man's Sky. Like the trading, you know, the crafting, the exploration. I mean, even the graphics are bad. I wasn't even expecting, you know, awesome, epic graphics. And, you know, I just got obsessed with researching week in, week out. You know, I watch the shows. I watch everything almost all week. I don't watch, you know, lore makers or bug smashers. You know, those aren't really entertainment. Sometimes I watch bug smashers to see, you know, what it takes to smash bugs and see that, you know, it takes time to actually do something. But at the time, I used to just watch ATV, Reverse the Verse, and 10 for the Chairman. And now, you know, we're getting other shows that are supposed to be coming, but we got schedule reports, monthly reports. So we get to keep up with the game, and ATV. We get to keep up with the game, you know, monthly, weekly, seeing the schedule report. So now it's more, you know, clarification now more than ever. And like I said, I love the project. I don't, you know, just buy ships just to buy ships. I support the game. When I put money towards this game, I don't sit there and whine about it. You know, I heard more people bitch about my wallet more than myself. You know, I wouldn't buy or support this game if I didn't have it. This is my hobby. I love ships and I love games. And I hate the way the gaming industry is going right now with some of these, you know, practices that they're doing. So these indie guys who are out here trying to push and do stuff, I respect it, especially, you know, on Kickstarter and Indiegogo. I've been supporting, you know, these cool ass scooters on there, these cups. I got this coffee cup that could make your beverage cold and hot. Just cool and innovating stuff. I like supporting stuff like that, you know. So anytime I can support people who are in the indie field and do something awesome, I support it. I mean, I got this mouse where you could tilt and use the control, which I will have a review with soon, where you guys could see me fly with this awesome mouse. I mean, it's real cool tech, and you can only find stuff like this on Indiegogo or a Kickstarter. Do you guys think a game like Star Citizen would have been out right now, or all these fucking space games that are wannabes right now would be out right now if it wasn't for Star Citizen on that Kickstarter? You heard what Chris said. Everyone was like, you know, the publishers were turning it down because they thought this was a dead genre. But boy, were they wrong, because now we're seeing space games, coming out the walls all over the place. So obviously he was right, but it took that, that crowdfunding step to go forward. Because right now, you try to talk to stockholder and publishers, oh no, we gotta only have, FPS and the DLC and blah 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 blah. No. Step it up. And that's what Star Citizen is doing, and that's how a lot of people get connected with this game. They see something special with it. You do the right research. I'm glad a guy like this came in. He did his research. He knew how much money he put in. He's enjoying himself, which, by the way, the Avenger was my first ship also, Chris. So I know exactly how you feel. When I bought that Avenger and I took it out for a flight, it was just an amazing feeling to hop in and out of that. And that's where my addiction kind of picked up, and then me hanging with my org and seeing how much money other people spent. I was like, oh, it's not that bad, and blah blah blah. And now I'm just a full-time supporter. I'm a subscriber for the content now. Oh, I've been one for about a year now. I'm probably gonna resubscribe again to keep supporting the push out content. I just like supporting this game. Does CIG sometimes mess up? Absolutely. Because no one's perfect. You point me to anything that's fucking perfect and let me buy it, please. I would love to see it. Nothing's ever perfect. Nothing I ever bought has ever been perfect. Except for crab legs when I eat them. And even those have a problem because I don't feel like cracking them to get to the middle and eat them. But you guys have a blessed day. And what made you get into Star Citizen? I'm kind of curious on other people and how they found Star Citizen. I'm a latecomer. I signed up March 2014, and like I said, I seen it in the comment section. I didn't back it until a couple months later, and I still didn't have a PC. I was actually gonna wait till I got a PC to back, but I had loved so much of what they were doing. I said, you know what, fuck that. I don't care if I got a console right now. I'm supporting them now. There was a point where I had spent more money on ships and supporting them than my own damn PC. My friends were teasing me. They're like, dude, stop buying chips and get a PC so you can even fly them and test them out. But that's how much I believe in CIG. They converted me to PC Master Race. This was the game that did it. It was a mix between this and DayZ, and we obviously see how DayZ's turning out. But we won't see no snooty articles on them and their foolishness on running that game. That's one of the biggest cons in gaming right now, if you ask me. The game is bullshit. Like, what have they done? And, here's Star Citizen giving us updates and weekly content, and we don't know what the fuck DayZ's doing at all. But you guys have a blessed day. And one more thing, Star Citizen for life. Now that is some grade A bullshit right there. Oh.